ovations, waving to the fans. Comes the bird, the royal bird. Comes Rick Dempsey now over to home plate, and I think Rick Dempsey's going to lead a cheer. Rick Dempsey waving the towel. Oh, we saw him do this so many times. Now he's going to spell it out for you.
For 38 years, Memorial Stadium was the home of the Baltimore Orioles. It hosted playoff games and held a World Series and sat nearly 50,000 people with orange and black blood pumping through their veins.
It was probably, for me, it was the ballpark of my youth. 'Cause it wasn't just the Orioles, it was the Colts. I mean, the Colts played there, the Orioles played there, and on fall afternoons you could still see the gridiron in the field. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, my earliest memory was seeing those flip charts. It was the $3 for bleacher seats, things like that, $1.50 for bleacher seats, and it was time my dad and I spent together there. I mean, it was home. It really was. It was a place that I'd go and see my sports heroes.
Memorial was much more than just a stadium to its fans. It was home.
It was Baltimore. When I think of Baltimore in the good old days, that's it.
They called it the largest outdoor insane asylum. That's what they called the place. We had all those big guys, those big muscular guys. We had a guy named Wild Bill Hagee that stood on the third base side and basically spelled out Orioles, and the whole place just chanted ORIO. I mean, it was really impressive.
With the team growing and the Baltimore fan base getting more significant, the team decided to move to a larger stadium in the city, Oriole Park at Camden Yards.
If I had to go back in time, I would like to spend one more day at Memorial Stadium because it was so much fun. It really was. It's a rickety old, cramped-in place. It really was, and the seats weren't even defined seats. They were benches with a little tag that says a number. And if you happen to be sitting next to a big fat guy like I am now, yeah, I'm taking up 2 of those spots. It's pretty bad,
You can't hold on to something that's falling apart, and it had its day. And the big new stadium from outside, we couldn't believe how beautiful and big it was and all that type of thing. So we were excited for it, but emotionally there was a tear. There was a tear for many in the crowd that day, including me, that it was gone.
However, the former Orioles home wouldn't leave without a proper Baltimore goodbye. On October 6, 1991, 50,700 fans filled the stadium and saw the Orioles face the Tigers. Even though the game was lost, it wasn't what the fans came to witness.
When Mike Flanagan walked out in the 9th inning, he had never pitched a relief before, never pitched it, didn't pitch it after. Mike Flanagan was our star pitcher, and he walked slowly out there, and the crowd brought the walls down. And it was over.
And what was amazing was at the end of the game, after the Field of Dreams, after all the guys left the field, no one left. We all just stood in the stadium, like soaking it in, remembering, and it took about a good half hour, 40 minutes, and finally the announcer guy even came over and said, please take time to exit the field.
As the home plate was put into the ground at Camden, many wiped tears from their eyes as they said goodbye to the stadium they grew up with. Memorial indeed was a working man's stadium, and harkened back to an era we will never see again.
We actually had more fun. I mean, it was just like we all felt the same. No matter what walk of life we were in, when we were out at the ball game, that's what we were. We were out at the ball game at Memorial.